Hi, I'm Meng-Hsin. I'm on behalf of myself and my co-authors to present our paper called How to Guide Task-Oriented Chatbot Users and When, a mixed method study of combinations of chatbot guidance types and timings. Task-oriented chatbots are chatbots that help users to perform their domain-specific task. Efficiency and effectiveness are two crucial motivations when interacting with this kind of chatbot. Making efficient conversations with chatbots is still a big challenge. Obstacles commonly arise from the chatbot misunderstanding users or expressing uncertainty about users' intentions. This challenge often leads to low trust and low satisfaction. Thus, it's important for chatbot to guide users through difficulties and engage them in smoother conversations. However, an important question regarding how and when to guide chatbot users remains unanswered. In this study, we explore 8 combinations of 2 guidance types and 4 timings. 2 guidance types are example-based and rule-based. Example-based guides users with an example of utterance. Rule-based are bullet points of syntax and format rules by the chatbot, such as avoiding using abbreviations. For timing, service onboarding is when the user receives the guidance along with a brief introduction to the chatbot at the start of each service. Task intro is when the user receives the guidance at the start of any task. After failure is when the user receives the guidance after the chatbot indicates that it does not recognize her intent. Upon request is when the user receives the guidance after requesting it. We developed chatbots equipped with one of the 8 possible guidance combinations to answer 3 questions. First question is about users' efficiency and improvement in performing tasks. Improvement is key here as we believe that successful chatbot guidance should assist users to know how to achieve subsequent tasks once they read the guidance. And second question is related to users' experience of these combinations. Third question is linked to users' desired qualities for chatbot guidance. This study used mixed methods that include 2 phases to get both quantitative and qualitative data. Phase 1 was a between-subject experiment. We had 8 guidance combinations consisting of 4 timings times 2 types. A control group was also included, so there were 9 conditions in total. We recruited 126 participants through social media in Taiwan. 14 participants were assigned to each condition through semi-randomization based on their gender and familiarity with the chatbots. Participants had to perform 6 tests in each trial. There were 2 trials. We did screen and audio recording during the experiment. We screen recorded 1,512 tasks and did video and chat line encoding. During the encoding, we focused on task success and efficiency, including task completion time and the number of encounter non-progress. We also measured efficiency improvement between trials. 35 tasks were removed from the complete dataset because of noise, leaving a pool for task success analysis using a mixed effect logistic regression model, as this phase used within subject repeated measure. For the 95 failed tasks were then removed either because they had no completion time or the non-progress event was incomparable to those in successful trials, leaving a pool for efficiency analysis using mixed effect linear regression model. Now here comes to the result that answer our first question. This figure shows the task success rate. The orange bar represents the success rate in trial 1, and the light yellow bar is for trial 2. Our logistic regression analysis showed that example-based guidance provided at task intro significantly helped participants to accomplish the task successfully in trial 1, while other conditions did not differ significantly from the control group. Efficiency-wise, we found participants in the upon request conditions spent the longest time doing tasks in the first trial. As shown in this figure, both groups had significantly longer task time. Also, participants in upon request condition encountered fewer non-progress events in their first trials. As shown here, both groups had a greater non-progress count compared to other groups, except the control group. We also found that participants who were exposed to example-based guidance spent less time in first trial than their rule-based counterparts did. In this figure, we can see that 3 out of 4 timings, service onboarding, task intro, and upon request, their example group, circled by red lines, had shorter task time compared to the rule group. Nevertheless, failed timing was the only exception to this phenomenon. As shown here, when the timing was after failure, participants in rule guidance group had shorter test time in trial 1 than participants in example guidance group. Unlike examples at other timings, example provided after failure were not perceived as template by our participants. Example after failure did not exploit the advantage of being an example or serving as a template for users to follow. In fact, many participants claim that after failure is too late. One aspect of improvement is task execution time. In this figure, a positive value means improvement in time, whereas negative values means deterioration in time. We observed that all 4 role groups had greater improvement in task time. In other words, role-based guidance may not help the participants to efficiently complete the task at first, but it led to greater task time improvement in the following interactions. Example-based guidance seems to have opposite effects. Many participants regarded examples as templates to follow and did not digest the information. Thus, example groups had less improvement in task time. Phase 2 was a reflection session. It began with a 15-minute interview in which the participants were asked to review and walk us through the conversation with the chatbot. Next, we showed them the other 8 guidance combinations they had not seen in Phase 1. Participants then ranked all 9 guidance conditions based on their preferences. The ranking process took around 25 minutes. Qualitative findings from Phase 2 not only help us to answer the second and third questions, it also provided us some valuable insights to explain the phenomena we found from quantitative results. We found many participants consider example guidance as a good reference for message framing. Like P15 mentioned, it's like editing a template. In terms of timing, guidance appeared at test intro was regarded as timely, as participants were unsure how to interact with the chatbot at first, so they prefer to see guidance earlier in the interaction to avoid potential mistakes. However, presenting examples too early, like during service onboarding, can become irrelevant and visually cluttered. In addition, showing examples after failure frustrated the participants as it felt like devaluing their previous message and efforts. Also, many mentioned that rules promote their thinking process, which they did not need to do if the guidance they see were example-based. This ratio figure shows the combination ranking results. Each role makes up 100%. From left to right is the ratio of a combination being voted as first to third place, fourth to sixth place, and seventh to ninth place respectively. Similar to the qualitative findings, example guidance at test intro was the most favored combination. Surprisingly, even though providing roles after failure led to greater efficiency, participants favored this combination the least, which may be explained by their preferences on seeing guidance earlier to avoid mistakes. Here are our 3 key implications. First, examples warranted a good start, whereas roles promoted understanding. Second, the guidance timing matters. Third, although example at test intro is the most preferred combination, but we think there was no clear winner. Instead, the choice of both guidance type and timing depends on the chatbot's application and the purpose of the guidance, whether it's to facilitate efficient task execution at the moment or promote learning. So the final takeaway is that we shall leverage the strength of both example and role-based guidance as specific timings, tailored to designers' various needs. Our paper included many design suggestions. Please refer to it if you need more details. Thank you for your patience, and I'm open to any